Peppa's evil twin was spotted hiding inside the pig family's new house, and apparently she's the one responsible for George losing his hearing. That's right, Peppa Pig will never be the same again. Twin at the window. A lot has changed since this new era of Peppa Pig began. Baby Eevee was born, and the pig family started living in a new house. But did you notice some pretty strange things? Even before she was born, Eevee already had a bedroom all to herself, even though Peppa and George had shared the same room for years. On top of that, Peppa's new house is so huge that it makes us wonder if the little pig's family might actually be rich. And believe it or not, all of this connects to the evil twin, which we're going to explain very soon. The most important thing is that a mysterious poster from the new season of Peppa Pig has been circulating online, and it shows her family taking a picture in front of their new house. But zoom in up there. A second little pig wearing a black dress is watching them from the window. That's probably Peppa's twin. This isn't the first time we've seen this evil version of the little pig lurking around, because there's an older poster where a girl who looks exactly like Peppa is spying on her from inside her classic house. We don't know whether this new image showing the evil twin in a black dress is real, but the older poster is 100% official, so there's a good chance this new image could be real too. And that suggests that, even after all this time, the evil twin is still following the pig family. Today, we're going to show you all the new details and secrets from the new season of Peppa Pig. You already know, right? Another Cinewave is starting. House. The pig family's home has completely changed. What used to be a simple house has become huge and filled with rooms. This is actually the same house as before. It was simply rebuilt to give them more space. However, did you know that the evil twin might be the hidden reason why Peppa's parents decided to rebuild their old house instead of buying a new one? If the evil twin really had been following the pig family for all those years, moving to another house wouldn't have been enough for them to escape her, because it would only be a matter of time before she found them again. It makes sense to think that the pig family wanted to demolish their old house with the girl still inside, hoping the evil twin would die when the walls collapsed on top of her. That plan is pretty disturbing, but it would be the result of years of being stalked by Peppa's evil version. The worst part is that apparently, the evil twin is still alive even after everything that happened. The only difference is that now she has a much bigger house and many more rooms to hide in. Eevee. It's impossible to talk about what's new in Peppa Pig without mentioning baby Eevee, the youngest daughter in the family. But did you notice that everything about her seems to have been decided by her family before she was even born? Almost as if Eevee were replacing the evil twin within the pig family. Like we mentioned before, she already had her own room before she was born, but it doesn't stop there. Look at all these little ducks in Eevee's bedroom. The little piglet loves ducks. However, her bedroom already had a duck theme before she was born, which makes it seem like the pig family decided that she had to like ducks. Maybe it goes even deeper than that, and the evil twin is actually the one who likes ducks, just like George loves dinosaurs. In that case, the pig family really might be trying to make Eevee replace the evil twin. After all, the twin is always nearby, but she's never treated like part of the family. In fact, everyone tries to pretend that she doesn't exist, and we don't even know exactly why. But if she really is an evil twin, then it must be because she did something absolutely terrible in the past. So who do you think is cooler, Peppa or Eevee? Comment #Peppa or #Eevee down below so we can find out. George's hearing loss. One of the most shocking discoveries in the new season is that George has hearing problems. He can still hear, but he needs a hearing aid to hear as well as everyone else. And that raised a lot of questions. In the episode, George's parents mentioned that they had already taken the boy for a hearing test before, and the results had been good, suggesting that George only lost part of his hearing sometime after that. So what caused him to lose some of his hearing? You might not believe it, but it actually makes a lot of sense that the evil twin could be responsible, and we even know when it might have happened. In Snow, Peppa threw a giant snowball at George and he started crying. Focus on George's face. You can't see his ears, but in that position, they would have had to be touching the snow. What if snow got inside his ears during that episode, causing an ear infection that eventually led to his hearing loss? That is something that can actually happen, especially with children who are still developing. But like we said, we think the evil twin is the one responsible, and that she disguised herself as Peppa to throw the snowball at George. Peppa has no reason to hurt her little brother like that, while the twin has every possible reason to do it. She got revenge because George is loved, and she also made the main character of the show, whom she is jealous of too, take the blame for attacking him. Wealth. Did you notice that in this new season, Peppa's parents are acting like they're rich? They turned their old modest house into a huge maze and bought a brand new, much bigger car. The most suspicious part is that before the Pig family decided to renovate their old house, Miss Rabbit, who was working as a real estate agent, tried to convince them to buy a luxurious mansion. If Miss Rabbit tried to convince them to buy the mansion, it's because she knows they can afford it, especially since she has known the Pig family for a long time. That practically confirms that Peppa has wealthy parents. Another piece of evidence is the fact that Eevee was born in the Lindo wing, a special wing of St. Mary's Hospital. This wing is for wealthy people and celebrities. Mummy Pig would have had to spend approximately between $8,000 and $11,000 for every day she stayed at the hospital, which is definitely not something everyone can afford. The question is, how do Peppa's parents have so much money? Daddy Pig is an architect, which is a great job, but he seems to make much more than the average architect's salary. Cult. The new season proves that the Pig family is much richer than they seem at first, and that connects to another famous theory claiming that the town of Peppa Town is actually one big cult, and apparently, Peppa is at the center of all of it. One clue is in the very name of the place, Peppa Town. It's almost as if the little pig is the most important being in the entire town. Sure, she is the main character of the show, but the other characters don't know that, or at least they shouldn't. Could this mean that Peppa is worshipped like a goddess, and that's why the Pig family is filthy rich? And what if this also explains the existence of the evil twin? If the cult believes that Peppa is some kind of goddess, they might also believe that her twin sister is the complete opposite of her. In other words, a monster. Because of that, the Pig family may have been forced to abandon the twin, even though she hadn't actually done anything wrong yet. The ironic part is that this might have been exactly what caused Peppa's twin sister to truly become evil. There's a new video here every day, so subscribe and hit the bell to stay up to date. Aunt Dottie. A little before Eevee was born, we met another new member of the Pig family, Aunt Dottie, one of Mummy Pig's sisters who lives in another country and, because of that, went years without seeing her family. However, she is another character who seems to be hiding something. We get the feeling that Dottie moved to another country because she wanted to escape Peppa's cult. After all, she may live far away, but that's no excuse for going years without seeing her sister. The Pig family has traveled to other countries in several episodes, including places like Italy and the United States, so that means Dottie should have enough money to travel back to her home country from time to time. Even if she doesn't, the Pig family definitely does, and we're sure Peppa's mother would help Dottie pay for a few plane tickets, unless Dottie simply didn't want to go back to Peppa Town. It seems much more likely that Peppa's aunt ran away from the town and stayed away for as long as possible. We're almost afraid to find out what could have convinced her to come back. Could Mummy Pig have threatened her? With the Pig family having this much money, there are plenty of ways they could ruin Dottie's life. Books. The new season promises to show us more of Mummy Pig's job as a children's book author. Oh yes, in case you didn't know, she writes books for children, which was shown in the episode Mummy Pig's Book. This has always been a somewhat hidden detail about Mummy Pig, but look at the bookshelf in her new office. It's full of children's books, unlike her old office, which was pretty empty. It's fair to believe that those books were written by Peppa's mother. Maybe that's the real reason why the Pig family is rich if she happens to be a successful author. Or could the cult theory still be true, and in reality, Mummy Pig puts subliminal messages in her children's books to convince kids to become part of her cult? It's disturbing to think there's a chance Peppa's parents could actually be that evil. Secret passages. At this point, you've probably noticed that there are several clues suggesting that Peppa's evil twin really exists. But there's one question that leaves a lot of people confused. How does she move from one place to another without being seen most of the time? The answer is secret passages. Hidden doors inside walls, underground tunnels, and things like that. The evil twin wouldn't be the first Peppa Pig character to use secret passages. Mr. Fox's shop has a secret passage that leads to his apartment, and Freddy Fox's bedroom has a hidden door that leads to the hallway of the building where the apartment is located. The Rabbit family's house is another example, since they live underground, showing that it really is possible to travel through underground passages in the world of Peppa Pig. Could that be why the evil twin seems almost invisible? We've left 2 videos on your screen so you can choose and keep having fun with us. See you in the next video.